Or
from the Last Jedi or whatever it was that...
Hux. General Hugs.
Yes, when Hugs comes out and he's like, I'm the spy. And I'm like, oh, that's just stupid.
Since when? Do you know what takes up 12 parking spaces?
I don't know anything.
6 female drivers.
Welcome to Two Gaming Dudes. And
Andor.
Back to Andor.
Here we go. Episodes 10 and 11, One Way Out, and Daughters of Ferrix.
We are getting really close to the end. Obviously, there's one episode left.
Oh, it looked like I was finger banging.
There's one episode left.
I can't explain what this is.
It's Yoda.
Don't even try to.
This is Yoda in his younger years, his younger, more experimental years.
Jesus. Episode 10, One Way Out. So they understand how they've got to break out.
Right.
They break the water pipe and flood the place to short out the electric floor.
Which, man, that had me on edge.
Oh, what a great episode, yeah.
Like, I was nervous about that. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? You're all going to die. And then when I realized what they had just done, I was like, oh, you're brilliant. I love this.
I didn't know if they were doing... you knew it was going to be a jailbreak.
Yeah.
I didn't understand if they were doing The Great Escape or Escape from Alcatraz or Shawshank. I thought it was going to be like Escape from Alcatraz. Welcome to the Rock. Where he comes up with these clever little hacks to beat every little security step. But it wasn't. It was just a brute force. Charge them and take their weapons and kill them.
Which is...
fine by me.
Yeah, that actually is very fitting to Star Wars, because that's every Star Wars plan.
Yeah, it's brute force. Yeah.
But it was actually done very intelligently, where there's like just 5,000 of us and 12 of them.
They don't have enough guards. This is the last time they'll not have enough guards, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, Andy Serkis can't swim, and we don't see what happens to him, but it's assumed he's...
We're just going to assume that...
he's dead.
Yeah. Or he's back in prison.
And then the subplot is Mon Mothma's daughter has an offer of an arranged marriage in return for her financial help. And we find out Jung of the ISB is actually a rebel informant. That caught me so off guard.
That I wasn't expecting. Very unlike the stupid-ass I'm the rebel spy from...
Rebels? Or from
the Last Jedi or whatever it was that...
Hux. General Hugs.
Yes, when Hugs comes out and he's like, I'm the spy. And I'm like, oh, that's just stupid.
Since when?
What?
Since the last writers' meeting. Because we didn't know what to do with it. I particularly liked his scene before that, where they've got the rebel ship captured, and he's like, our best thing to do would be just proceed like we always do. Inspect it. An unknown ship has jumped out of hyperspace. Of course our people are going to investigate. It's going to look suspicious if we don't.
Yeah.
And the girl, gets furious that she takes his thunder and she storms out. It had me sold, cementing, this guy's a serious ISB threat.
Yeah.
Which makes it that much more poignant a few minutes later when you see, oh my God, brilliant. He's not. Fucking great. So well done.
It was brilliant. I loved it. And this was also the episode where you had that incredible monologue at the end.
What are you sacrificing?
What are you sacrificing? And Luthen delivers this amazing speech. And there are these little hidden subtexts in it that I picked up on. And maybe this is just me and a radical fan theory. But some of the things he said there, followed by everything that happened in the next episode with him, has me wondering if maybe Luthen used to be a Jedi. I know that's
way too deep into fan theory bullshit.
I know, but when he was being... I got to pull this up because this threw me. There is a moment when he's being frisked.
Either put it down or give it back.
Yeah. Okay. What? Because that sure looks like a lightsaber to me. He carries a kyber crystal around his neck. That necklace...
Yeah, the $40,000...
Yeah, it's a kyber crystal. What powers a lightsaber? And now he's got a lightsaber.
It's a stick.
And he was... okay.
No. Stay off these fucking bullshit fan theory sites, man. It's fucked up.
I
It's
know.
bullshit. They're always so stupid. Maybe this bitch is a Jedi because she's a minority and they like doing shit like that with minority. It's bullshit.
I don't know.
It's bullshit. And I'm going to be singularly disappointed if he is.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
We don't need a fucking Jedi to start the resistance. We need regular fed up citizens to start the resistance. Power to the fucking people. The Jedi had their chance and they fucked it up. The Sith took over the fucking Republic right under their fucking noses. The Jedi are a bunch of fucking failures. The people themselves rise up to form the rebellion. Innocent, hungry, desperate people. It is that much more poignant.
I guess. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a Jedi that ended it. It was a Jedi that started it, and it was a Jedi that ended it. Weirdly enough, it was all the same bloodline, but whatever.
The last Star Wars. It was not the last Jedi.
So, I don't know. It's just...
And then in episode 11, Daughters of Ferrix, so Andor, Cassian's mom dies, and they're thinking maybe the funeral will lure him back, and that's how we can capture him. So they set up some traps for him.
I think it's going to end up being a fight down there. Like
maybe, yeah.
I think it's gonna be like a last straw kind of deal where they're gonna end up doing something at this funeral or, desecrating it somehow.
I think he is streetwise enough to know, of course they're going to fucking be looking for me there.
Right.
She's already dead. What is my point? She doesn't know or care if I go or not. I don't think he would fall for that.
Probably not.
I mean, it'll be very cheap if that's how it goes down. Because he shouldn't. He should know better.
He should. But at the same time, Bix is still on that planet, being tortured.
Yeah.
And I feel like we need some kind of resolution with her.
I don't know. Well, I mean, we've got one episode to see.
One episode left, and I feel like it's going to come down to a fight. It's going to come to a moment where, Cassian obviously is going to throw in with Luthen and be like, all right, I'm all in. I'm going to be your new general. Let's do this.
Well, we also see Luthen then finally meet with Saw Guerrera. Saw's like, yes, I'm in on the fucking raid at the power plant. He's like, oh,
yeah,
about that.
No,
someone faked us out. They're all going to be slaughtered. Don't go. What if it was me? Would you sacrifice me? Yeah, he would. Call it war. And you see the light bulb. Okay, Saw understands. They're not going to... I love that they play everything real. Yeah. They play it real. It's not...
And I love also how you see the beginnings of Saul's paranoia really start to take hold. Because the first thing he did when he realized shit was going south was look around and ask, who else is in on this?
All right, fine.
Who do you have as a spy?
That's him. Hey, what the fuck? I didn't do anything. It was great. It was really great.
But yeah, this is like the beginning of Saul's real downfall because it was his own paranoia that ended up destroying him in the end. So,
I loved the new Star Destroyer, even though it's an old one. The interdictor.
The interdictor.
Fuck, they had a name for it. I can't remember.
It doesn't matter. The cool one with the big dishes on it.
Yeah. It's specifically for capturing and inspecting vessels.
Yeah.
There was kind of a moment of, okay, he's got this technology that lets you escape tractor beams. Why doesn't everybody have it?
Because most people don't have a reason to do it.
Wouldn't the Millennium Falcon have it?
I feel like the Falcon should have had it.
I don't
know.
I
don't know.
It doesn't matter. It was a minor thing. It was a minor misstep. I guess you could argue, though, well, in the years later, the Empire learned how to counter that technology, so it didn't function anymore.
Counter the technology of little bits and pieces of metal flying at the dish.
They put it behind a brick wall or something. I don't know.
Well, like the bigger ships, they don't even have a giant dish for a tractor beam.
You don't know where the tractor beam comes from, yeah. It just sucks them into the hangar.
Yeah.
So,
but if you've got a big, stupid dish, then, all right, let's shoot that.
It's no stupider than your big two giant shield generators sitting up there like a pair of balls waiting to get kicked in. So, fuck, whatever.
Star Wars. Star Wars!
I wish they would have put a little more thought into. It was uncharacteristically sloppy of this show.
I guess.
If it was in Obi-Wan Kenobi, it would have fit right in. If it was in Boba Fett, it would have been fit right in. But in this, which is so pristinely done, a tiny little misstep, a minuscule, microscopic misstep, stands out.
Interesting.
Because the show is so perfectly done.
Interesting. And yet, it didn't stand out to me at the time. I guess it's because I was so excited that we finally got to see a space battle.
Cool space, yeah.
And it was really cool.
Like, oh shit, TIE fighters, they're shooting, this is fucking great. Yes, it was so cool.
And Luthen's ship, I mean, it just tore through them. Clearly, it was built for this. And so is he. And then what the hell were the little beams that come out from the side?
I don't know.
That was cool.
Laser slicer things? It was great.
I have no idea. And I thought, what the hell's the practical use of that? Just this scene, I guess.
I don't know, like cutting through asteroids or some shit. I don't know.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny. It was like, hey, I finally get to use those things I installed. I never thought this moment would come.
It's interesting. Beetroot, he's an encyclopedia. He's like, oh, that's the Fondor ship. You see that in Battlefront 2.
Okay.
The fuck?
So did he know that the beams were going to, like, the Iron Man beams were going to come out the sides?
I don't know. I don't know that you actually fly it or play it.
It's just there?
It's a ship that happens to be in the game, I think. I don't know. I didn't ask.
I have no idea.
Nonetheless, I'm in love with the show. It was on my
I am too.
best of the year episode that we just did. By far the best thing of the year. And we only have one more to go. And I'm very, very sad because I don't want it to end.
I'm kind of the same. And I don't know how you would do a second season of this. I mean, maybe?
It has to end with him finally committing and saying, yes, now I'm a rebel. I'm all in.
Yeah.
It has to.
And, I mean, technically, we could still see more stuff that leads up to the beginning of Rogue One. Like, more of his espionage, more of his sneaking around in the Empire.
That should be season 2 and then end it.
Yeah, you can't go too far.
There's a girl here I need you to meet.
And that's where it ends. Yeah.
Like the guy that he sees at the beginning of Rogue One, where he has to shoot his own guy. They're onto us. Don't you understand? They're onto us. And he wastes him.
Yeah.
Show me what was that story all about? There you go. There's your second season. And then end it with fucking dignity and class.
I agree. I want to see more, but I don't want you to go too far with this. Don't go pulling an Obi-Wan on us.
Oh.
All right, well, I want to know what everybody else thinks. Make sure you leave some comments down below and let us know if you're following this show. If you love it, you hate it, you got to let us know.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Click subscribe and do all that shit.
And we'll see you in another episode. Later.
Oh, God.